In today's episode,
my cousin Jack just goes, I can see your tits through that shirt, which made me very insecure. And I feel like I've been feeling like I'm fat now since that occurrence. I'm laying there. I look up. My burger's everywhere. My Coke's just spilled all over the carpet in my rental.
I was going to say, if you're his landlord, stop listening.
Yeah, don't listen. I just start laughing and I thought to myself, this is why I'm not religious. How do we get past without talking? I'm just going to shuffle around this bush. I don't know what's right or wrong, but I feel like I want to bring a certain energy. By the way, you're not bringing a bad energy. Oh, God, this is getting weird. Karina Lane. How you doing today? What's cracking? We have got a monstrous episode in store for us today.
What's with the sunnies?
We are very excited. What's with the sunnies? Let me tell you what's with the sunnies. Got to wear sunnies nowadays because our futures are just too bright. We're going to wear sunnies because we've just got a bright future ahead of us. Things are happening. Things are rolling around. We are My headphones, something's happening here. Hold on. We got some technical errors. All right, and we're back. Very professional. We're hitting milestones here over on Instagram. I wanted to congratulate you, Karina Lane, for being a part of this podcast.
Oh.
It is something that we didn't think would be as bright as it's become. That's why we got to wear sunnies in this studio.
Look, it has been a ride, that's for sure.
It's been interesting.
I must say, to get to where we've got in this amount of time is pretty...
It's crazy. It's crazy. We've even had... We'll talk about certain things later. But we've even had to have had people reach out to us to sponsor us, and things have been interesting. What I did want to let you know is that we have had a reward.
A reward?
We've had a bit of a reward. We've had a bit of a surprise sent in from the Instagram and podcasting gods.
Oh, God.
We got sent a package. It was quite heavy.
Really?
Nah, this is for real. It was real heavy. I get this package and it just says from the Instagram gods. And I just thought, like, it didn't have like a return to. I didn't know where. I was like, wow, like who has sent this in? This is very interesting to me. Okay. And I was like, do I open it with or without Karina? I'm very impulsive, so I opened it. Okay, I know what we've received.
Right.
And I have just been biting my tongue because I've wanted to tell you this whole time. But before we do that, what I would like to do is put on a party hat. Let's do it. What colour are you going?
Hat. Okay.
Let's see if I can get this thing around my fat head.
How do we put it on over the microphone?
Oh, we'll make it work.
Fucking hell.
Karina Lane.
Yes.
We have received some very significant gifts, and I'm so excited to share with you.
I'm nervous.
I am nervous too.
If you're fucking with me and you make me all excited, and then this
is great. This is good stuff.
Okay.
Without further ado.
Oh shit.
We both got one. Hold on. Oh, they're so heavy.
That's so
good. Congratulations. For those who are listening, we have been sent in gold-plated championship level statues. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I'm so proud.
Karina, this has been sent in from the Instagram gods. We have received a what are they called?
Cup.
A cup.
Trophy.
A trophy. It's called a trophy. So we've received trophies just for our efforts on Instagram and on the podcasting platforms.
Thank you, Instagram gods.
All right.
Appreciate
so
it.
that was yeah.
Oh,
how you feel?
So good. It's all worth it.
I seriously, I've had a lot of fun doing this podcast. When we first started the podcast, I was very nervous. I was very anxious about it because I don't mind being a public person. I don't mind putting myself out there. But I mean, the first couple of episodes, I can't watch them. I can't look at them.
I know.
It is absolutely embarrassing.
Anyone go watch them.
Like the Barbie episode was just
Stop mentioning that. Never happened.
The Barbie episode was horrific. But we're going to keep those episodes live because we want to show the progression.
Look, you got to start somewhere.
Got to start
had
somewhere.
no idea what we were doing when we first started.
No idea.
Look, we don't still, but we're trying.
We're giving it a go.
I'm kidding.
Not even try. I think we're
No,
more just doing whatever we want to do, and
At
it's
the end
working.
of the day, I think we have evolved because we didn't know where this was going to go, and we still don't know where this is going to go.
No.
But we are also just doing what we want to do, and I think we've come to that conclusion that that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
And if people don't want to listen, they don't listen. But the fact that we've got to 4,000 Instagram followers in like a couple of months is insane.
Yeah. So we are doing a little bit of a party pop for the people that are listening. We got twist poppers from the Reject Shop.
Oh, shut
and
you fucking idiot.
we're honest. We're open.
Too much information.
It's what we've got. And let's do this, Karina.
4,000.
4,000 followers. Here we go. I'm going to count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was very... Mine's not happening. It's not doing it.
Turning it.
That was very underwhelming.
That pretty much sums it up, eh?
So my therapist for a while has been talking about me doing some volunteer work, right? He's like, you know, you've got all this time. You know, how about you do something that's not, you know, not focused on your business or your podcast. It's something that's of service to others. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And I've always been thinking about like food bank or something like that. Go help out here and there. And then the other week, I was on the phone to you in the morning, and you were like, God, I'm just like, there's so much going on today. This, that. The kids are going crazy.
I was not in a good place that day. Like, I think I cried for 23.5 of 24 hours of that day.
Oh, golly. And or I just thought to myself, you know what I can do? I can cook up some simple cheesy pasta, put it into some containers, and come drop it off.
You were my knight in shining armor that
All right. I thought, you know, I felt on top of the world. I was like, look at me go.
No,
cooking some pasta for Karina.
Let's touch on that. That you made, like, to me, that changed my day for a moment there.
Yeah.
And like, that day, today, every day, literally the best way to describe it is I have 3,000 tabs open in my head and I don't even know where to start. And like that day, it was just one thing after the other. I had deadlines, I had stuff that needed to get done. To know that I didn't need to cook dinner that day was like, it may seem like a little thing, but that was fucking amazing. So thank you.
That's okay. And
your volunteer work was very, very
I can now tell my therapist that I volunteered, okay?
But it was lovely. And it did take a lot of pressure off of me that day. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
But it was one of those things where it's like, hey, you like such a small thing can go a long way for people.
Huge. And we spoke about this on the last podcast, but just doing something nice like that, such a rewarding thing. Like, it meant everything to me. And to you, it might have been little, but it did definitely help me immensely that day. So well done. Keep up the volunteer work. Anytime you want to drop dinner off.
Keep telling me I'm a good person. I love it.
But no, it is. And if you have, like, the last couple of weeks, you did something else. What did you do? It was very kind.
Was it Danny? Was it giving Danny a hug?
Oh, yeah. You gave Danny a hug. I was like, oh, my God. Danny, if you're listening, he really must like you.
We have a friend. I mean, who isn't going through stuff? God, this podcast is just full of people going through shit, isn't it? But we've got a friend of ours that's been going through some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And I was working with her the other morning. And if you know me, I am not a hugger. I am not a physical touch guy. I do not like hugs.
The opposite.
I don't even like handshakes. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Don't shake my hand. Don't hug me. And I get to bride prep the other day, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to get out of my car. I could see her sitting in her car waiting to go into bride prep. You know, she was waiting for me, and I walked up. I knocked on her window. I said, get out of this car. I'm going to give you a hug.
I'm so proud of you. How did she react? She was like, oh my God.
I think she was a bit flustered, like, is this Brad? What's going on?
Am I at the right place?
But she needed a hug. She did.
Sometimes you just need a fucking hug.
Yeah.
Like, you do. And that's the other thing. That's right. I had a week last week. Let's be honest. Last week was not my week, and I'm not complaining. It was just a lot of things that got to me that I had to deal with. And then one night I was really bad. I was very upset. I had to literally remove myself from where I was and go sit in my car and cry for a little bit because I was very overwhelmed with emotion. And then you're just like, you were just giving me all the shit I needed to hear, but like pepping me up. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You just talked me out of it and made me calmer. And I think that's where our friendship is good. You'll tell me to stop being a fucking dick when I need to be told that.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say it. So this is the thing with you and me and our relationship is sometimes I feel like you get stuck in mud and then it's hard for you to get yourself out of that mud. But I know who you are beyond being stuck in the mud, if that makes sense. And it frustrates me when you go through these times and you're frustrated with certain things or you're overwhelmed with certain things, because I'm sitting here going, hey man, you've got so much potential. Why are we sitting on the shit? Why are we in the mud? Let's get out of the mud. Let's go have some fun. You've got so many skills. You've got so many things that about you that is so valuable and worthy. And you do, and we all do, we tend to get stuck in the idea of like, this is a negative thing that's happening this week. I'm going to sit on it for 4 days. And it's like...
And I did get to that place last week, and that's probably the longest I've been in that place for a while. Like, I've managed to pull myself out of those places really quickly these days. And I don't know, last week it was just mentally, emotionally, I was just destroying myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that place because it was horrible. And you even said to me, you're like, what? There's nothing wrong. Like, and look, when I say that, I'm in a happy place. Like, I'm feeling real good, but there's obviously a lot of stresses that I'm not coping with well at the moment. But like, you managed to get me out of that. And it's so true. Like, and we have touched on this before, I feel guilty being stressed about things, but then I'm also like, it's very valid for me and it is a real thing for me to be stressed about. So yeah, it was interesting because it was like you managed to get me out of that place.
Yeah, and I actually have my auntie to thank for this, because I'm very grateful for the people that I have in my life. And I was thinking about this the other day. I get off the phone to you, you're overwhelmed. It was the day that I cooked the pasta, right? And that morning, got off the phone to you and I was like, God, man, I wish I could help you. I really was thinking to myself, I don't want you to have an overwhelming day every day. So how can I help and whatever? And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, wow, like who do I... Like, in my life, I have some people that I'm extremely grateful for that have got my back and that will do absolutely anything for me. And whenever I need help, they're there. Whenever I need anything, they're always going to be there. And not only that, when I'm doing things or I'm going in a direction where I need to pull my head in or something like that, these people will keep me accountable. All right. Big one is my auntie and my uncle. Like, they are.
And you need those people.
Yeah. They're my ride or die. And then I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I was thinking about you and I'm like, who do you have that's your ride or die?
Oh, and I'm so fortunate that I have, this at the end of the day, if I'm in a hole, I've got people that will get me out of it. And that's such a good thing to have. And I've had such an amazing support network over the last few years. And I'm very lucky to have that. And I think people and friends that are like, you know, that can tell you when to pull your head in or stop being a dick, but then also be very understanding when you are going through things like that, because sometimes people react to things differently. Like, if I'm in that hole in a place, like, I don't always need to just be told the blunt, honest truth, like, because I'll probably cry. But then sometimes I need to hear that. So it's just, sort of knowing that I've got that support there is a good thing, but also not being judged for it either. Like, I know what I was going through Thursday, Friday, Saturday was irrational. I know that. And it was very hard for me to articulate how I was feeling because it was a lot for me, but I got through it. You helped me through it. I have learnt to talk about how I'm feeling, which helped. And I did go completely against your advice. But it did help me. But anyway, it's just having that support there. And like you said, your auntie's that person for you. And I've got great friends that are there for me with that kind of thing. And I'm very grateful for that. But like you said, it's not bad. I'm happy. I'm in a good place. It's just I need a few things to change, and then it will be even better. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah. The podcast has been therapy for you.
It has been therapy for me. The cheapest form of therapy ever.
Oh, golly.
Oh, sorry everyone listening. Fucking hell. I know you said something to me. I don't know. Someone must have given you feedback that I need to stop being so negative or something.
Not negative. Fuck. No, not negative.
I don't want to be negative because I don't what was the right word?
No, I can't even remember. It's not that you're being negative. I think if you were to listen from episode 1 to today's episode, that I think they were saying on every episode there is something mentioned on your part of going through something called feeling overwhelmed or blah blah blah.
Yeah, see,
which is
maybe
very.
we need to cut all of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but then at the same time, I'm like, this is my life.
Right.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I think I'm very at the point now where I'm like, I know I need to change something. And I think that's probably what it is. I'm in a bit of a rut.
Right.
Like not professionally, it's not the right word, but there are certain, I don't know. I need direction and I need to just like, I want to go hard and...
Yeah, and the reason why you're very that's what it was. People were saying that you're talking about all these things, which is great. It's fine, but it's very vague, and so no one that's listening can really get in on like how
I'm talking about.
or how can someone even relate or if they don't actually. But I can just hear some people like this.
I know. I feel bad now. I'm kidding. I'm not that boring. I think I am. Do you want me to
No, you're not boring. Shut up. You're not boring. Look, I get it. You know what it is? I go through things and then I just want to talk about them a lot, but I talk about them with people off the pod. And then when I get to the pod, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what's right or wrong, but I feel like I want to bring a certain energy. And it's not, by the way, you're not bringing a bad energy. Oh God, this is getting weird.
I feel like I'm bringing a bad energy now.
No, it's not a bad energy.
I don't want to be a fucking Debbie Downer. Jesus.
No, look, hey, we're going to chop.
Oh my God.
We're going to chop and cut this in a way that's going to be fucking hilarious. You're giving me a lot of editing work to do. We'll talk about a few things. We'll come back to this, okay?
Okay, can we talk about something happy?
Yeah. So I wouldn't consider myself, and I'm not sure about you, I definitely don't consider myself a religious person. Where do you sit with that?
I'm so naive when it comes to these because I've obviously been around, like my grandparents were very religious, Catholic. I get confused with the God. Right.
Because there's Jesus, there's God, and then there's the Spirit of God.
Yeah. So I realized at the wedding on the weekend, it was an Indian wedding and they have like their own religion. But then I got real confused because they do like
Is it Hindi?
Well, Hindu, maybe?
God, we're going. This is not good.
This is not good. Okay. And I just disclaimer quickly, absolutely no judgment on religion. I'm just not religious. I just was fascinated because I was like, I don't really understand what their religion is. Mm-hmm. So like you go to like a Greek ceremony, Italian ceremony, Catholic ceremonies, Christian ceremonies, all these different things. But then I realized that this Indian ceremony, so we're talking about God a lot. And I was like, I thought this is how bad I am. I thought in my head that there was like a different God for them.
No, but I think it is a different. I think it's the Hindu God.
Confused.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we are obviously not the people to be talking about religion.
No, but
we have no idea.
It's fascinating because it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not religious, clearly, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. There's about 3,000 gods.
Yeah, and it's so confusing.
So the reason why I bring that up is more so because
how did we get here?
Well, to myself, I'm Brad. Okay. Yeah. I don't follow any religion, but what I do is when I hear of like these things within religion that are good things, I might take them on.
Yeah.
But then I think of the things that I don't like and I'm like, I'm not going to take that though. So like I'm not anyone. I think for me, I'm very interested in religion.
Oh, it fascinates me generally. Yeah. And like I said, absolutely no judgment because I think I don't think anyone's judging. Whole life. Yeah, but
you keep saying no judgment.
I want to make sure I'm not offending anyone because I feel very strongly about like you do you.
Right.
Because the one thing I can't stand is when people push religion on you or like anything, mind you. If you're vegan and you push that shit onto you, like if you want to be vegan, be vegan, but I don't want to be vegan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and there's a lot of people out there with religion. That's a weird comparison, but
no, it's
I'm saying.
An ideology.
Yeah. Like if you want to believe in God, believe in God. But don't push that onto other people is how I feel.
Well, I went for a hike the other day.
No, I love this story.
And I met a gentleman. So I hike a lot during the week. So there's no one on these hikes, right? And I hike every
Sounds
single day.
Blissful.
Yeah, I hike every single day. If it's not every day, it's every second day, right?
So jealous of your
bit
life.
of my life.
Fuck
And
you.
I take Milo and we go. And so I went on this hike and I come across this gentleman who was very kind and wanted to have a chat. And it was nice. Normally I've got headphones in and I just walk straight past. But for some reason I stopped and we had a chat, me and this gentleman. And we had a quick chat about the hike, and I've never seen him there before, and I do that hike all the time. I'm like, oh, do you come here often, kind of thing? He's like, no. I'm a part of a Christian group. It's a group formed in the US, and he talks to all these guys over there, and they're doing a hike over in the US, so he would do a virtual hike here in Australia.
Okay, right.
Right, so he's on his hike for his for the event that they're doing, and then he brings up that he's Christian, and straight away my mind goes, oh God, here we go. What do you? Well, because it's not bad. It's just like in my head, I'm like, because he said something along the lines of, I'm Christian and I'm not going to apologize for it.
Okay.
And I just but I was in my head I was like, I don't even know why you'd even bring that up.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird.
So he said that.
Yeah, he said that to me.
Yeah, right.
And which was fascinating because I didn't understand it. I was like, okay, I didn't even acknowledge it. I just kept on talking about whatever, and I was like, that was just an interesting comment to make. And anyway, lovely chap. Said see ya and kept on walking. Right, this hike goes for an hour. I complete the hike, and towards the end of the hike, there's like a picnic area, and it's right where the car park is. And I waltz up, and I realize he's sitting there. So the guy that I met at the start of the hike is now at the picnic area.
Right.
All right, and he's sitting there, and he had books out and things like that. And initially, my mind goes, "Oh God, how do we get past without talking? I'm just gonna shuffle around this bush."
That's a clip.
And I see he makes eye contact. Now he's probably listening to this because I talked to him about the podcast.
Oh, good.
Right, and I see him, and Milo runs over to him straight away, and he's patting Milo, and then I go over there, and we just start chatting about just stuff, life, and I found that we got into some really deep conversations really quickly.
Yeah, right.
So we're talking about life and what is the meaning of life, what is why he follows a religion.
Intense for a Tuesday afternoon.
It wasn't intense. It was actually I was very engaged in this conversation with this gentleman.
Good.
And it turns out, I had a couple of judgments where I was like, oh God, like I just need to get away from this because he's going to try to rope me into this cult. That's what I thought, right? Anyway, his name's Igor or Igor, something like that, and very very medieval type name. That's why I can remember
Strong
it.
name,
And now Igor, if that's your name, I don't remember anyone's names.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay, so that's a massive deal. And I actually know that that's not the name, but it's something like that. He's still appreciate it. All right.
Yeah.
And I found out he's a high school teacher. So he teaches and whatnot. And I just found out a lot about this guy, and we had such a good discussion. And it turns out I looked at my watch, and I was sitting down with him talking with a complete stranger for over an hour.
That's amazing.
You know what? It was nice.
And you probably made his day too.
Oh, he made my day.
But that's good.
It was one of those things where like I had phone calls coming through, and I'm just ignoring them because I'm in this really engaged conversation that I didn't really want to get out of. And towards the very end of it, he goes, "Hey, Brad, I hope you don't mind. Can I pray for you?"
I love this.
And I've never, I didn't even know. What does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like what is he? Yeah. What does that mean? And because he was such a lovely guy, I said, "Yeah, absolutely." Like I don't know what you need me to do, but pray for me. And he gets up. And he puts his hand on my shoulder and he closes his eyes and he starts to say, I can't recite it, but God, please bless this man. He is, on his journey through life and he's filled with wisdom, and we want to give him all the wisdom to carry on through the rest of his years and blah blah blah. And it was this nice moment where I was like, oh my God, I've never experienced something like that. Yeah. Right. So then I leave and I think to myself, oh God, I wonder what's going to happen today. I've been blessed. I'm going to win $1 million or something. Here we go.
Buy a lotto ticket.
And I did leave, and then I did my good deed with you. I cooked some pasta and put it in containers and went and handed that to you. And so I leave your house. Okay, I leave your house. We have a good chat. I leave some dinner for you and the kids. I felt good about it. All right. And quick note, you didn't know this, but I thought I cooked enough for 4 serves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I only cooked enough for 3, so it could only be for you and your 2 boys, and then I didn't have any dinner. So really consider yourself lucky because I didn't get any of that and it looked delicious. And you, when I got there, you like put half of it into a bowl and put the other half away, and I was like, I can have that.
Assumed you'd already eaten because you ate
I don't.
Like
I'm absolutely screwing with you. I said to you,
God.
I've already eaten because I didn't want you to feel guilty.
Fucking hell.
But I didn't get to eat that night. So I leave your house after delivering the food, and I left hungry, and and then I decided that I was going to go into McDonald's.
Okay.
So I go in and I got the famous cheesy McChicken. All right, and I'm so looking forward to it. I was like, it's still a thing. They've still got it. It's delicious. Anyway, so I get this McDonald's meal and then I drive home. Right, get to the front of my house. Now get out of my car, let Milo out. I normally go through the garage. I didn't go through the garage this time. Don't know why. Felt blessed. I was like, you know what? I'll go through the front door. Something different today. Who knows?
Mix it up.
All right. But I had my laptop bag in hand because I was helping you with a few things with websites. So I had my laptop bag. I had my McDonald's bag. Right. So I'm holding a laptop bag, a McDonald's bag, and my cup of Coke. Okay. Coke, no sugar. And, you know, I'm using the keys. I've got things in my mouth. You know, I'm biting something else and I'm trying to get in the front door. Eventually get in the front door. We're good, right? I'm holding like 3 bags. And then I normally don't take my shoes off when I get into the house. I just walk through whatever, right? But for some reason on this day, probably because I was blessed, I took my shoes off. Yeah. I don't know why. It was just something different that I was doing. Just felt different. I wanted to be grounded. You know what I mean? And so I took my shoes off and then I start walking down the long hallway to the kitchen area where I come through here and I turn on some lights, right? But I'm walking down the hallway and all I can see is Marlo walking in front of me. I can't see anything else. It's pitch black, right? But I can just see his tail. There's a bit of white in his tail and I'm just following him down the hallway, trying to rub my hand across the wall so I can flick the light switch on. And I see him pivot. Like I'm looking down and he pivots to the right. And I'm like, that was weird. And I keep just dawdling along like an absolute idiot. And all of a sudden, bam, my feet get absolutely smash into this plastic bag. When I say plastic bag, I mean like hard plastic. This is a roller bag. It's like a cricket bag. Yeah. It's what I put my light stands in. It was full of light stands. It was very heavy. Yeah. I smash my toes on the front of this bag. I fall forward. The Coke goes flying, open, spills all on my floor. The laptop bag hits the wall, then goes down to the floor. I land and I'm just sitting there and I'm in so much pain. The front of my shin is all cut open. It started to bleed. 3 of my nails on my toe were all smashed, okay? I've now got 3 cracked toenails. Oh, God. Okay? My toes were bleeding. I've never had this before. It was brutal. I'm laying down.
Sounds painful.
I'm laying down and I'm in so much pain and I just start laughing. I'm laying there. I look up. My burger's everywhere. My Cokes just spilt all over the carpet in my rental.
I was going to say, if you're his landlord, stop listening.
Yeah, don't listen. And I just start laughing and I thought to myself, and this is why I'm not religious. I got blessed and I absolutely shat it. I walked straight into a cricket bag. I fell over. My shin was bleeding. My toes were bleeding. My McDonald's went everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Coke all over the floor. And I just thought and Marlo was just looking at me like, what is going on? He comes over, starts sniffing the fries. I'm like, get away. It was an absolute disaster.
Yeah, wow.
But this just goes to show you can get blessed.
And still shit happens.
Shit happens. Now, I've actually got a bit of a bone to pick with you.
Scary. What? Hit me.
I don't know when this is getting released, but 2 episodes ago, I wore a peach salmon
apricot
coloured shirt.
Yes, I remember.
And I bought this shirt from Zara. I really liked the shirt. I thought it looked nice on me.
I told you it looked nice.
Okay.
Was I lying?
Well, I wear that shirt on the episode and throughout the episode when I was editing it, you kept on saying, oh, it's interesting. And it was making me anxious about it, right?
What?
That night I go and visit my auntie and uncle.
Yeah.
Drive there, feeling good. I'm in new clothes. I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking this peach-coloured shirt. And I walk in And the first thing that happens is my auntie looks at me like up and down, and she's like, "That shirt is not for you."
Love your auntie.
Right?
Yeah.
My cousin Jack just goes, "I can see your tits through that shirt." The materials were like an interesting material. It was kind of like heavy, but it hugs you a bit.
That's why I said it was interesting.
Right, because you're a liar.
I wasn't. No, I was trying.
You didn't tell me that I shouldn't have been wearing that shirt.
No, because it wasn't bad. It was
How could
different.
you think it is just different or whatever? And I walk into this household and they literally abused me. They abused me. They said that they could see my tits through the shirt, which made me very insecure. And I feel like I've been feeling like I'm fat for a week now since that occurrence.
Look.
And I've been told to never wear skin-colored clothing ever again.
Well, I can't wear anything like that because it makes me look washed out.
Right. Did I look washed out?
Oh, fucking hell.
Was I vibrant, popping with colours?
It was like more of a pinky colour.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. You've got better tops.
I just don't know if I can trust you anymore.
No.
You know what I mean?
Look, if I genuinely hated that much, I would have told you.
Yeah, okay.
You've
Would
definitely
you?
got...
Do you reckon you would?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, okay.
You would tell me in a heartbeat. Really? There's some days you have. Don't worry.
Oh, golly go. I actually said I'm going to wear this as my pajama shirt now. It's like a $60 shirt that I'm going to wear to bed now. Well, they said, they're like, yeah, and if you wear it to bed, make sure no one's with you. They really ragged on me, and it has put a downer on my confidence for the last couple of weeks.
That's why I didn't tell you that. I'm kidding.
Case in point, what a piece of shit. Thank you guys for watching or listening today. Oh my God.
Do you want me to rap today?
Give it a go.
Okay. No, I'm not going to do it like you do it. Thank you everybody for listening today. No, I can't. I can't do your fucking radio voice. You're so much better at it.
Do I go into a radio voice when I do it? Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Today's episode was a little bit... We're very drowsy today. I feel like Snorlax.
I feel hungover, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I feel like what?
Our energy's quite low
Snorlax.
today. It's a Pokemon.
Boring.
Yeah, I feel like Snorlax. You feel hungover. So apologies if today was a little bit slow. But yeah, we really appreciate everyone that's followed us. If you are listening to this, please, if you have not yet done so already, go over to Everything But Weddings Pod on Instagram. Follow us there. If you want to submit your stories, submit some things, ask us questions, you can actually contact us at everythingbutweddingspod@gmail.com. That's email everythingbutweddingspod@gmail.com.
Boom.
Boom, boom.
We need a nap.
I need a nap.
You're gonna have a nap, and I gotta go pick up kids.
No, I gotta go shoot a gig now.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh fuck.
I gotta go shoot a gig for the Italian festival, which is gonna be exciting because it's gonna be high energy, and I got none. Okay, I got no energy.
So I forgot about that.
We'll see how that goes. But appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.